Briefing. We're gonna have another one later on today. If you want to hear the Spanish one, we're gonna have one at 5 o'clock. My name is Tony. I'm gonna be the announcer for this race. I've been the announcer for this race for the past 13 years, I guess, since we started. Yeah, we started back in 2011, and we're still here. Not too much younger, but not too much older, but a lot wiser. That's for sure. So we want to welcome you all to the island. This is a beautiful place. I just met a friend from New Mexico here. So people from New Mexico. We're going to be in New Mexico in July for the IRONMAN 70.3 Reduoso. And I'm going to be there. We're going to have our first 5150 in North America, in the US, I should say, is going to be in New Mexico. So it's going to be 5150, half of the distance of the 70.3. Basically, it's an Olympic distance race that is also Ironman branded. So 5150, Ironman 70.3, Ironman, Cape Epic, Rock and Roll, all those are World Triathlon Corp brands. So yes, so we'll be there in New Mexico. So welcome to the island. All right, so what we're going to do the athlete briefing, and it shouldn't take too long, maybe 2 to 3 hours. I don't know, maybe more, who knows? It all depends who buys the beer. All right, so, but it should take maybe 30 minutes. I'm going to take the questions at the end. So maybe throughout the presentation, I'll answer that questions that you might have. Again, we've been doing this for 14 years. With this year, we started back in 2011. Today, we're going to be here until 6 p.m. With athlete check-ins. And everybody checked in already? The people that are here? Yes? All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go over the white envelope that you received. This is what you get when you go and check in. Yes, this is a white envelope that will give you your wristband. Very important, your wristband. Make sure that you don't take this off until Monday, okay? Because you're gonna need this wristband to go into transition tomorrow to bring your bikes in. Then in the morning of race, you're gonna need your wristband to show in to go into transition to set up your bikes. Then at the end of the race, you're gonna need the wristband to go into transition to pick up your bikes and your gear. And then if you are fast enough and you get one of the World Championship spots, and I call your name for the World Championship spots, I'm gonna need to see your wristband because this has your race number on it, and we'll verify that with our paperwork, okay? So don't take it off until Monday. Now, if you're a first timer, we have over 400 first timers. How many people doing 70.3 for the first time? Raise your hands. Look around. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Look at each other. Look at each other. Yeah, you got to remember that. You got to take pictures. All right, so you guys, you don't have to take this up until next month. All right, just keep it on. All right, just go into work like this with your wristband on. So the people will ask you, hey, what's wrong with you? I say, well, what's wrong with you? I'm an Ironman. And you walk around like that. So don't take it up until Monday. Now, the other thing you got is your bike checkout ticket. This is not for the athlete. This is for a companion. So just make sure that you give this to someone you know, just in case you cannot get your bike out of bike transition on race day at the end of the day. Also, you get a carton with a lot of numbers on it. So the one that has the logo, that goes on your bikes, okay? What you can do, you can cut that logo in half. What you cannot cut is the logo, right? You can cut the number. You should have 2 logos on each side, actually. So you got to put it around your bike. The other one's going to be one for your helmet. The other one's going to be one for your morning clothes bag. This is the only bag that you're going to get, all right? You're not going to get gear bags here, okay? This is where you're going to do what we call a dirty transition. So everything's going to be on the ground, all right? But for the morning clothes bag, because you're going to do a point-to-point swim, all right? So you need to bring this bag with you on race morning to swim start, and you're going to put a sticker on it, and you're going to write your number with a Sharpie pen, because sometimes those stickers fall off, all right? And then the other numbers, souvenirs. So that's my gift for you guys. All right, so we do have a survey. So please take a survey, make sure that you fill it out. And also, you get a bib number. This is a paper bib number. This is only for the run. You don't need it on the bike. Please don't use it in the swim. It's paper. It's not going to last. So what you're going to do, you're going to wear it in the front for the run. highly visible. We want to see it, all right? Because we got a ton of photographers out there. They're going to take your pictures. And when you go into Finishers Pics, PIX.com, you got to put in your BIM number so you can get all the pictures, so you can buy them and put them on Facebook, right? So please use the BIM number, all right? And basically, that's it. That's what you get when you check in, all right? Now, on Saturday, we got bike check-in, and that's going to happen starting at 12 noon until 6 p.m. You're going to bring your bikes into transition. Just your bikes, all right? You don't need to bring your bottles, your shoes. You don't need to bring your helmet with you for bike check-in. Some countries do. This one, we don't, okay? So all you need is your bike with your stickers on, and bring it into transition between noon and 6 p.m. in the afternoon. And that's tomorrow, Saturday. On race morning, we're going to open up transition at 4:30 in the morning until 6 in the morning. You're going to have to walk from transition to swim start, okay? It's going to be about a half a mile walk, maybe, all right? So make sure that you bring everything you need with you to swim start. So we're going to close out transition at 6 o'clock in the morning. We're going to have bike mechanics in transition. They're going to have pumps. If you need to pump your tires, you can do that. If you have any emergency repairs, they're going to be there for you. And they're also going to be on course. Okay, so there's going to be the bike mechanics from bike stops. They're going to be out on course and also in transition. Now we're going to be there until 6 o'clock in the morning because we have to walk from T1 over to swim start. Okay, and that's when you're going to see a lot of people dropping off some shoes. We are not responsible for those shoes, okay? Because people drop some shoes at the swim exit, all right? If you do that, that's fine. That's up to you. A lot of people do it, but we're not responsible for those shoes. My suggestion is make sure you tie them up, because if they get kicked, they both would get kicked, and they would get lost, just so you know, all right? But then again, we're not responsible for those shoes. And then you're going to have to walk from transition to swim start. You're going to bring your morning clothes back with you, okay? If you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's optional. And then you're going to give it to a volunteer. Before you go into the water, you put anything that you want to get back at finish line. And we're going to put that in transition back. That morning clothes bag is going to back in transition, okay? And the volunteers are going to handle that. So that's the procedure for the morning. Now we're going to start at 6:55, rolling start, 3 every 5. That's our plan. Okay. If we need to speed it up, we'll do. If we need to slow it down, we will. All right. So it's going to be 3 every 5. By the way, he's our race director right here. Levanta la mano, papi. There he is. That's our race director, el parce, Juan Camilo. All right. So we do our swim start at 6:55. Again, rolling start. We're going to do PC athletes, then we're going to do XC, then we're going to do individual, then we're going to do relays. Relays go after the individuals, and then we'll do a wetsuit optional wave. Water temperature right now, it is 78 degrees. All right? We don't suggest you wear a wetsuit because it will get warm really quickly. All right? But some people want to wear wetsuits. Some people want to wear the shorts of the wetsuits. Again, if you do, there will be wetsuit optional, okay? And you will start last after the relays, and you will not qualify for World Championship spots, for awards, or anything like that, okay? Again, if you didn't practice with the wetsuit, you don't need it here, all right? This is tropical waters, and it's really awesome. You don't need a wetsuit, actually. But if you feel that you need that buoyancy, it's up to you, but then again, you will start last, and we highly would not recommend the use of it because it is really warm, and you could get really warm really quickly. And this is not a place to get warm real quickly. Because race day will be warm. All right, so with that said, we're going to get everybody in the water within maybe 40 minutes. All right, then we'll finish up about 3:47. It's expected that we're going to be finishing up in a finish line. And then awards are going to happen at 6 p.m. at the Caribe Lobby Bar, which is going to be huge. It gets really crowded. Go in early, have some drinks, have some pina coladas, and it's going to get wild, just to let you know. All right, so that's going to happen at 6 o'clock. After awards, we're going to do our roll down for World Championships. We have 25 spots for women, 25 spots for men, and you will see the list in the Ironman tracker. Within about 4:30 in the afternoon, we'll have the list for the women and the men that at least the first 200 that could qualify for the World Championships. So take a look at that. And so that's 6 o'clock as awards, and then we'll do the roll down. Okay, so we talked about the packet. We'll finish without that. Athlete check-in today until 6 p.m. Tomorrow, we're going to go 10 to 5, all right? So tell your friends that if they're not here yet, they're going to have to check in by 5 p.m. tomorrow. There will be no check-in on Sunday. No bike check-in either on Sunday. Everything has to be checked in tomorrow, all right? So make sure you don't take that wristband off. And again, first-timers, you keep it until next month. Don't take it off, all right? Yes. Mandatory bike check-in until 6. The bikes will stay overnight. Some people deflate the tires. Here, the temperature doesn't go down that low. So, I mean, that's up to you. But then again, some people do, some people don't. Bike checkout ticket, we talked about that. All world athletes. Any all world athletes here? Yes? Raise your hand, please. Proud. Come on. Give these people a round of applause. These are the fast people, man. All world athletes. Those are our top 10%. 5% and 1% of each age group, so you get to know about our races ahead of time, everybody. You get a nice place in transition, nice, yes? And you know how it is. We love your credit cards. Just kidding. Just kidding, but we do. You know how it is. All right. Health and medical information, guys. You're going to see this everywhere. In every 70.3, every Ironman, every full Ironman, you're going to hear this. All right, so our number one priority is your safety. Just know that. That's our priority. It's your safety. I mean, we want to make sure you have fun, that you accomplish your goals and everything else, but your safety is our number one thing, okay? But it has to be yours too. What I mean by that is if on race morning you don't feel good, or you went out to have some oysters and they didn't settle very well, or you have a fever, please do not start the race. All right? Do yourself a favor, go seek medical attention, and do not start the race. All right? It's a very demanding race. It's going to be hot, and you don't want to start a race this long in deficit. All right? So make sure that if you don't feel good, be just to yourself and just turn in your chip. We'll put a DNS on it, did not start, and go seek medical attention. All right? Now, with that said, if all systems go, at any point during the race, if you need a medical evaluation, please get it. That doesn't mean that you are disqualified. A lot of people think if the doctor sees me, I'm disqualified. No, a medical evaluation does not mean you are disqualified. It is just that, a medical evaluation. The doctor can see you and can tell you, hey, you know what, just take a break for 10 minutes, drink some fluids, take your time, and then go back. All right? Keep that in mind. Now, in the water, if you need help, what do? You raise your hand or you verbalize it. Just scream, shout that you need help. We have water assets between, like every buoy and between every buoy. We have people out there. All you got to do is just raise your hand, all right, and verbalize it, and we'll get to you. Now, on the bike course or on the run course, if you start feeling queasy, try to get to an aid station. We have radios at the aid stations. We can communicate with Central Command. We can get an ambulance to you quicker. All right? If you cannot get to an aid station, just stop and let someone know that you need help. Just give him your bib number, not your name. All right? Just tell him your bib number. Say, hey, listen, I'm athlete 317. I need help. Please let him know. And that person will go to the next aid station and will alert us, and then we'll get help for you. All right? Please. Just make sure that you do that. You got to take care of yourself and take care of each other. Just race smart, be safe, and have fun, guys. All right? All right. So we're done with that. That was very serious, huh? Intense. I know. All right, so let's talk about the swim. The swim is a one-loop swim. You're going to have 1 hour and 10 minutes to finish your swim. Your buoys are going to be on your right shoulder. Okay, so you're going to go out, Your buoys are going to be on your right shoulder. You're going to see 2 turns, 2 red buoys. You turn and you're going to start seeing orange buoys. First going to be yellow buoys, then going to be orange buoys. What are the orange buoys means? You're halfway done. It's downhill. Enjoy. All right? Actually, it's not downhill. You're going to go against the current pretty soon. So you go underneath the bridge. And, you go underneath the bridge. You're going to see some big arrows. They're going to tell you which of the arches you're going to go through. And then that's when the current hits. All right? You might see the same turtle next to you for 10 minutes. All right? Sometimes the current gets to be a little hard. Okay, so then you finish. You go swim all the way into the steps. Do not try to stand up before that, because you don't know if we have different kind of fish here. We have like the tin can fish and the Brooklyn glass fish, and you don't want to step on any of those. All right, so swim all the way in until you hit the steps. Then we're going to have our volunteers help you out. Take it easy up the stairs, because once they're wet, they're very extremely slippery. And then you're going to see the show of shoes. Trying to find your shoes, which isn't a challenge of itself. And then you run over to transition. All right? So that's basically your swim. Again, 1 hour and 10 minutes, and we're going to start 3 every 5. It should take us about 35 minutes to get everybody in the water. All right? So once you get out of the water, you're going to run about a half a mile. It's going to be very crowded. A lot of people is going to be out there. You're going to go into a session. The first thing you're going to put on is your helmet before you touch your bikes. Then you can touch your bikes. You go take your bike to the mountain line, and then you head out to your bike course. Relays. How many relays do we have here? We have a lot of relays. So relays, we do have a relay tent. It's a huge relay tent. That's where the cyclist is going to be ready with the helmet on, shoes on, waiting for the swimmer to give him the chip. Then the cyclist gets the bike and then goes to the mountain line and then starts the circuit. Okay? All right. If you lose your chip, we're going to have timing personnel inside transition. If you forget your chip in the morning, we will have replacement shipped at swim start, not in transition. Okay, just keep that in mind. All right, so relays, we're going to have our tent for the relay tent, and everything is going to happen right there. On the bike course, we have an intermediate cutoff. You got to start your second lap by 10:37. Important. Second lap by 10:37, and you must pass the last turnaround by 11:07. Those are the timing cutoff for the bike course. All right? And everybody should be in-house before 1 o'clock. We got to open up those roads, because roads are going to be closed for you guys, so we got to open them up on or before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So you do have 1 hour, 10 minutes to do your swim, 5.5 hours to do T1, your swim, T1, and your bike. And then 8.5 hours to do the whole thing. All right, so this is your bike course. It's kind of like a lollipop course. You're going to go out all the way to the end. Then you're going to go halfway, make a loop, go around, and then go back to the start. That's basically what it is, all right? So you're going to go start at in transition where it says T. Then you're going to go all the way to the far turnaround, do that turn, then go around and make your first loop, and then go around again. Just follow the orange arrows on the bike, green arrows for the run, okay? We're going to have 1 penalty 10 on the bike course. It's going to be at the end of the bike course. And we're going to talk about where's Freddie? Okay, so we're going to talk about the rules. All right, basic rules for the bike. No drafting. Simple. You must keep 12 meters of empty space between you and the person in front of you. All right? Especially here, there's a lot of flat on this course. So we will have a lot of referees watching for the drafting. All right? So keep 12 meters. Give me that. You have the flag, the rope. Ahí está Freddie. Freddie's our head referee. And this is an illustration actually of the 12 meters that we're going to have of distance. That is exactly the distance that you're going to keep between you and the person in front of you. Yes. So now, if you want to pass that person, you're going to start making a pass. You're going to go inside the draft zone. You have 25 seconds to make a pass. Always pass on the left, never pass on the right, okay? Now, once you start making a pass, the only way out of this their draft zone is out front. You cannot come here and halfway through say, I don't think I can make it, because if Freddie sees you, he's going to give you a blue card, 2-minute time penalty for drafting. Is that understood? Yes? All right. So key points for the riding on the bike. 12-meter distance between you and the person in front of you. Never, ever pass on the right. Always pass on the left. All right? You have 25 seconds. And never, ever, ever throw trash on the course. Keep your trash until you get to an aid station, and that's where you're going to get rid of all your trash. All right? Because if you do throw trash intentionally, that's another blue card penalty, 2 minutes. Any other penalties, usually blocking, will be a yellow card penalty, 30 seconds. And that's usually when you get to the left-hand side of the lane and you stay there. So you're blocking the way of the faster people. So like I say, stay on the right-hand side of the lane, 12 meters apart. Don't throw trash. Don't pass on the right, pass on the left, and you'll be fine. All right? All right. That was easy enough, Freddie. Thank you very much. Freddie, my friend Freddie, yes. Yeah, you better clap, because he's the referee. He's going to get you out there, man. He's got how many people you have, like 9? Yeah, he's got a crew of 9 people watching out. All right. So 8 stations. We're going to have Gatorade. We're going to have water, Aquafina water. We're going to have base performance gels and bars and bananas. And please, if you're going to take something from the aid station, slow down. All right? And thank our volunteers, please. If you're not going to grab anything, just get on the left-hand side of the lane. But again, take it easy. There's going to be a lot of people going in and out of the aid stations. If you need to stop, you can stop at the aid station. Just stop at the last tables, not at the first tables. All right? We're going to have a bike rack at the end. You can rack your bike, go to the bathroom, and anything else, whatever you need to do. And again, when you go back on the course, just make sure that you're careful. We're going to have 3 aid stations, mile 10, 25, and mile 40. Those are the aid stations for the bike course. Penalties, we already talked about that. Very good. Unauthorized equipment. Let's talk a little bit about that. Unauthorized equipment. We don't allow cell phones, cameras, headphones, even bone conducting headphones. If you want music, sorry to say, you're going to have to sing to yourselves. That's it. It's the only way. And influencers or content creators. Oh boy, yeah. You know what I'm going, right? Listen, we love you guys. We do. We love you guys every other day that is not race day. We're not going to be able to allow you to take any footage of your favorite athletes if you have a camera crew with you on race day, unless you have full permission from like the Pope. All right? So please stay away from the athletes on the run. I don't want to see anybody on a bike, on a scooter, on a skateboard recording anybody else, because it's just very dangerous. All right? And it's not considerate to the other athletes. It's going to interfere with the flow of the athletes, so please don't do it, especially on the run, because I know you guys, you get excited. And as long as if you're standing, that's fine. But just running along with the athlete, it just gets complicated. All right, so please don't do it. All right. So penalty box, we're going to have 1, and that's on the bike course. Once you finish your bike course, you're going to go and you get ready for the run. The run is a 3-loop course. We've done 2-loop course. We've done 3-loop course, and we love the 3-loop course. I think it's more fun. Even though you have to go up the North Sagaray 3 times. But the North Sagaray, think about it. Somebody's done the course here when it was 2 laps. Okay, you've done it, right? All right. It has more elevation gain, the 2-loop than the 3-loop, right? And you don't get to go through the North Sagaray 3 times, which is amazing, because that's where everybody is, because they want to see you peel like an onion, It's like, the first lap is like, you're smiling. Yeah. The influence is like, Then by the 3rd loop, it's just the core. And you see that, the makeup is coming down. So it is interesting. But it is a lot of fun. It's a great course. It's pretty. It's uphill both ways. It's going to be awesome. And I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. We do have to start the last lap by 12:12. You got to start that third lap, and everybody should be in-house by 3:47 because we have a party to go to. We got to get ready, and people like to go to the pool before that. So again, we have a lot of aid stations on the course. You might hit, I think it's like, you have 18 different opportunities for aid stations on the 3-loop course. All right, so use them. All right, don't take anything from anybody who's not part of the course. You're going to see a lot. And I mean, a lot of tents out there, okay? A lot of the tri clubs are going to be out there. So enjoy it. I mean, it's going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. All right? Again, it is a bit of a hilly course, but it's beautiful. All right? 8 stations. Again, we're going to have water, Gatorade, Aquafina, Pepsi Base, performance bars, gels, potato chips. Yes, something salty. Pretzels and fruits, and of course Aquafina and Gatorade. Now, finish line policy, you guys. Just the athletes. All right, please. Don't come in with babies, strollers, pets. Your grandmother who's not racing. I mean, just again, we have enough room for the athletes. For the relays, the runner's going to come in. We're going to give the medal to the runner. And then the rest of the team can go into the athlete recovery area with the bracelet, and they can get their medals, okay? So keep that in mind. But again, please don't come in with babies, kids, or anybody who's not part of the race, because you'll be disqualified on the spot. Ironman Tracker is the best way it's a great tool. If we have to say anything to you guys, we're going to go through an Ironman Tracker app. There's a little bell that has messages, and if we need to communicate anything, that's how we're going to do it. The lost and found is going to be at the info tent. Please write your name on your number on your things. No headphones, no individual support. Shirts must be worn at all times, especially at the finish line. Just zip up that tri-kit. Bib number again. If you're going to drop out of this race, please let us know. Taking your chips, and your families and friends are not allowed through the finish line. All right. So this is the 1 hour 10, 5.5 hours for the swim, T1 and bike, and then 8.5 hours for the swim, T1, T2, and the run. All right. So this is for the party, 6 o'clock. And slot allocation, again, we're going to do it right immediately after we finish with the awards. Credit cards only, and we cannot split the payment for the World Championship. It has to be one single payment. No split payments, okay? Make sure if you think you want to go to World Championships, make sure you have your profile updated. That will make it quicker when we do the payment process, all right? And basically that's it, all right? We still have some VIP spots available. So if you want to be at the VIP, we still have some VIP spots available. And our social media pages, IRONMAN Latin America, IRONMAN 70.3 Puerto Rico. If you have any questions, let me know. Today is Friday, yes? Yes, today is Friday. Today is the day that you need to rest. All right? You need to turn off the alarms, have a nightcap or two, glass of wine, enjoy your evening, and rest tonight. Because for the first timers tomorrow, you might not go to sleep very well, but that's okay. That means that you care. It doesn't mean, it's not that you're nervous. Whether you're scared. No, it's just that you care about what's going to happen on Sunday, guys. And remember one thing. Whatever happens out there, the only thing you can control is your attitude. That's it. All right? You might get a flat. I can't control the wind. I know it's going to be windy. All right? That current, yeah, it's going to be hard. You can't control it. But you can have fun with it. All right? So all you got to do is just keep a positive attitude throughout. Smile every mile, people. Enjoy, and I'll see you early and dark in the morning for the transition on Sunday, guys. Have a great day. See you there. If you have any questions, coming up. 26 minutes, bro. I love it.